I don't know. And that was the only thing we changed. I mean, at halftime, it won X's and O's, offense, defense. And, you know, all they told me at halftime was the way you played the first half was no better than we played last year. I mean, and all I told them was I'm not changing it. I mean, I can't put in a new offense or D. And I told them was like, if you just change your personality, play with some passion, because they came out. I mean, I don't know if you could tell. Well, you're right there. I mean, those guys were talking and really enthusiastic and just played harder than we did and had some passion. And that's the only thing we changed. And so from that standpoint, I don't know. We've got to do as coaches a better job finding it out. I mean, there's a difference of two teams, and you just can't have that. You know, I'm glad it's happening now, but you know, that's why you get beat. I mean, if you play that way two halves, you win a game. And, go ahead. I mean, I wish I knew the answer, but we have to figure it out, because it's one thing if they just, you know, just getting beat, you know, like we did last year. You know, we just didn't have what we need. We have what we need, and I stand by that. And from my standpoint, you got to, you know, at times like this, everything gets questioned. I mean, you got guys writing, you know, they're going to write or talk about negative stuff, write about negative stuff, and it's always recruiting this. Hey, our recruiting's great. We got what we need. I can win with this group right now, and so we just got to kind of focus on what we need to do. You know, it's a tough time. You know, my assistants get called from guys that have no clue, talking to them about recruiting. You need to see this kid. You know, at times like this, it opens like Pandora's box for negative people. And so I know we can win. I want that printed. We'll win with this group come conference time. I like these guys. These guys can play, but we got 7 new guys, and I believe in them. And it's not I don't need one taller guy, one quicker guy, one smarter guy. I just need, like we're talking about, I need to have everybody play with passion. And if they play with that, we got a chance to be pretty good. But like you said, if you just do it for one half, especially against a good team, you're not going to win many games. You're not going to win many games.
So you're like, are you getting calls from like local guys?
No, my assistants. No one messes with me.
Yeah.
You know, but my poor assistants, and I was talking to them to keep their heads up, because I was an assistant, and everybody goes to the assistant. You know, and people know not to mess with me, but you got to keep everybody going the same direction. But you got to let these kids know you believe in them. You know, I recruited them. And everyone can put the blame on me. You can say what you want, but, you know, he can't recruit. He can't, you know, it all happens when things are going bad for you. But I really think these kids can play. I love these guys. I wouldn't trade this team for anything. But we got enough to win from a talent standpoint, but now we just got to get in between the ears from just playing with some passion. And because you just run out of gas. But, you know, we got it to that point where we tied it. But then it takes a lot out of it, and that's why you beg these guys, don't get yourselves in those holes, especially against good teams. And it just takes so much out of you. Now there's something to be said about coming back, but there's something to be said, don't get yourself in that hole. But yeah, to come, I don't know what it was, 18 or 20, and to be able to come back, but it just wears out. And then the problem is too, those guys get you going, so you don't do a lot of substitution too. And so those guys are seeing a lot of minutes because you got to go with what got you there, and you know, kind of take the guys out that got you in the hole and get things going. But yeah, we got to get to a point where we just don't get. I mean, to me, I think double digits is hard enough, but when you get up to close to 20, that's really hard.